W5OG, K1DOB, and Don said it'd be a definite in and out this morning. K1DOB.
Yeah, okay, I've got him listed as a short timer, so that'll be fine. I guess Brian, I haven't heard Brian yet. I don't have the SDR up, so I better not call him. W5OG, I've got him in there, Bob.
Yeah, Brian's on SDR too. There was a warning they were going to be working all the SDRs today and tomorrow, I think, but it's working so far.
WB5DRI, W4PUO.
See if I can get that down 292 to move up with maybe 1 kilohertz. That would sure be nice.
W4PUO or WB5DRI, are you calling me, Lee? Yeah, I'm copying about a 5x5, Brian, W4PUO, standing by for the net. Okay, Lee, you're open. Well, good to hear you this morning. We will be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club net at the top of the hour. This is WB5DRI.
Bravo, India, test out.
WA6LJS.
Yeah, WA6LJS, W5ABI.
I understand, too, there's a net that starts here in 10 minutes on 1429, and there's already a QSO right on this frequency. You might want to go, maybe slide up a bit. W5OG. You bet. Thanks for your courtesy there. Appreciate it. W5OG, stand by for the net.
6LJS, 5ABI.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. You're good as tonight, not Ted over like you've been lately, but just conditions. 5ABI, WA6LJS.
Thanks for the report on WA6LJS, W5ABI.
W5PIX Mobile, a copy of Clifford, but not real strong today, over. WA6LJS. Roger. Yeah, you're about an S6 or 7 in here locally, and I'm hearing you on one of the SDA. Anyway, very good. Well, you're getting out. I'll be standing by. WA6LJS. Roger that. one Mercedes-Benz took on a telephone pole and get too low.
Is the frequency in use?
Yes, the frequency is in use. There'll be a net here in about 3 minutes.
Roger, thank you.
W5OG, thank you.
Alberta, CQ. Whiskey 8, Mike Data Juliet, calling CQ Canada.
The frequency is in use. There's a net that begins here in about 1 minute.
Sorry about that, sir. Have a great day.
No problem. W5OG.
WA6LJS, standing by for the Flyers net, top of the hour.
W4PUO, standing by for the Air Force's Flyers Club net, on top of the hour, W4PUO. Well, good morning. This is WB5DRI. We'll be net control break for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. I'm going to go ahead and start this thing up. We're pretty close to the top of the hour. Good morning to all. This is the Saturday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club net. This net meets on this frequency, 14.290, every day of the year. Normally starting up about this time, 1000 Central Time. This time of the year is 1500 UTC. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all the military services, to include pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation from all of the air branches of all of our military services, to include the new Space Force. Anyone who is involved with getting missiles or aircraft into the air. Let's see. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you do not need to be involved with military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio liners who devote a portion of their lives to support our air forces. This is a control net. We like to use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info to contact net control. We also have a very good website at Air Forces plural, Flyers plural, club.org. That's Air Forces Flyers Club.org, which has a lot of good information about the net, and also an online application if you're mind to join the group. Again, that's not necessary in order to check in. Again, my call sign is Whiskey Bravo 5 Delta Romeo India. My name is Brian, and I'm located down here in San Antonio, Texas, in the Alamo City in South Central Texas. Our format for this net is we take check-ins, and then we go down the list of each station to give their reports. Then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time. Usually we have a little more time on Saturdays. We also have an Echo Link node, AFFC, and all stations are welcome to join us over there at the conclusion of this 20-meter net. At this time, I do have the following stations. I have K0ZNC Don on Echo Link, and I think he's going to be simuled in by someone. Not sure who just yet, but we'll find out in a minute. Then I have Lee, W5BE, and I have Cliff, W5PIX. I've kind of moved him up in the list this morning since he's mobile, and I'm not hearing him quite as well as I was yesterday. I think he's in Austin this morning. Then I have our commander, K1BOB, Bob. Then I have Jack, KM4CAX. Then John out in Hamul, WA6LJS. Then Charlie, K4YDB, who's doing our live stream on YouTube this morning. Thank you for that, Charlie. And good morning to you. And then I have Ray, WB2JJO, out in New Jersey. Then I have Lee, my neighbor to the east, W4PUO, over in Belleville, Texas. Then I have Joe, W5ABI. Then I have Carl, KF7GJO. I have my older brother Dale, W5OG, and thanks for doing the net logger this morning, Dale. He's got the net logger up and running, and he's also helped us with the net this morning hold the frequency here. I appreciate that. Then we have Mike, King Queen 6 Echo, one of our Arizona stations. Then we have John, another Arizona station, W7AJN. Then we have Chris, KS5KY, over in Bowling Green. And he may be on the radio this morning, I'm hoping. Anyway, we've got him on the list there. Then it looks like after that we have KI7FGZ. I think that's a visitor. I think it's Fred in Ohio. So we'll put him on the list there. Then let me stand by at this time for any additional check-ins, members or guests. This is WB5GRI. Please call now.
050 Echo. Here you go on in that frequency.
All right, there's a number of doubles there. I think I got KB7LAK. Is that you, Justin?
Roger. This is KB7LAK. I'll be short time this morning.
Okay, Justin, we got you down as a short timer. Very good. What was the other station calling? Please call now. All right, copies. Kilo Japan 4, Foxtrot Papa Alpha. Can you give me your name and QTH? Okay, Steve in Fort Ritchie. Very good. Are you going to be able to stick around with us this morning, Steve? Okay, we'll put you down as a short timer there then, Steve. Very good. Who is the other station calling there? This is WB5GRI. Please call now. Can you come back a little slower there? I got the prefix Kilo Quebec 4, but I didn't get your suffix there. Okay, real fine. Kilo Quebec 4, King James version, real fine. I know you've checked in with us before there. Can you remind me of your name there? Roger, Jim. I got you on the list here, Jim. Very fine. Okay, let me get a call out from Hawool. John, W86LJS, could you put out a call for us, please, sir?
Wilco. This is W86LJS relaying for net control for the Saturday morning Air Force Flyers net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. I got Kilo Fox 0 Oscar Papa Echo. Did you copy that, Brian?
Yeah, I heard Mike on the SDR pretty well there. Don, thank you. Mike, do you need to be a short timer this morning?
I will probably be one and done, but I don't need to be a short timer.
Okay, well, we'll put you on the list and we'll get down to you when we can here. Good to hear you this morning. Let me get a call out from the East Coast there. How about Charlie? Could you put out a call for us this morning, please? K4YDB, WB5GRI.
Wilco, this is K4YDB relaying for net control. We're looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Members or guests, call now.
Kilo Bravo number 8, Ocean Whiskey X-ray.
Okay, Kilo Watt Bravo number 8. Can you give me the rest?
Yep, that's Ocean Whiskey X-ray. Oscar Whiskey X-ray, UFO.
Did you copy that station, Brian?
He's a little bit late. I think it's Kilo Bravo 8 Foxtrot Whiskey X-ray. Is that correct?
Negative. It's KB8 Ocean Whiskey X-ray, Oscar Whiskey X-ray. Over.
Oh, okay, real fine. KB8 Oscar Whiskey X-ray. Can you give me your name and location there?
Yep, the name here is Andrew, and the QC8 is right in between Cleveland and Akron here in Northeast Ohio. Over.
You're a little light with me this morning, Andrew. What was your location there again?
Yep, it's Northeast Ohio. Ocean Hotel, Indigo, Ocean, over.
Okay, real fine, Andrew. Northeast Ohio. Are you going to be able to stick around with us this morning?
Yep, I was going to go see some family here in about an hour, but yep, here for a little while. I will be, over.
Okay, real fine. Well, we'll try to get you in there toward the top here a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started this morning. We've got a pretty good list here. Let's see. I do have a question this morning. It's a pretty good question. It was provided by Lee Began, N5BE. It's a good one about the British English Electric Lightning aircraft. The English Electric Lightning served with the RAF for 3 decades. Was highly advanced with many design features that had not been seen on any other fighter of its time. It was a very unusual and a very good airplane, actually, from what I saw on it, about it, and this question is kind of interesting. I'm going to give some statements, 5 statements, and I want you to name a false statement about this aircraft. Alpha, it was the RAF's first British-produced Mach 2 fighter. Bravo, its 30mm cannons were mounted inside the fuselage fuel tanks. Charlie, it could mount rocket pods and external fuel tanks on top of the wings. Delta, it had the first track while scan radar in a British-produced fighter. And Echo, it had vertically stacked engines to reduce fuselage diameter and asymmetrical thrust yaw. So those are the statements. One of the statements is false. Your task is to find a false statement. Again, Alpha it was the RAF's first British-produced Mach 2 fighter. Bravo, its 30mm cannons were mounted inside the fuselage fuel tanks. Charlie, it could mount rocket pods and external fuel tanks on top of the wings. Delta, it had the first track while scan radar in a British-produced fighter. And Echo, it had vertically stacked engines to reduce fuselage diameter and asymmetrical thrust yaw. Okay, that's the question this morning. Let's go ahead and get started there. I think somebody is going to silo in Don. We'll take him first there. K0ZNC, good morning. You're up, Don. WV5DRI.
I'm bringing in Don today.
Don, go ahead.
Don, you're up.
All right, I'll try one more time there. Don, K0N. 60ZMC, you're up for the flight. Well, here he is.
Okay, real fine. It was back at 60 dollars.
K4YDB, back to net.
Check in.
Okay, real fine. Stand by, check in. I did not get your answer there, Don. Can somebody give me Don's answer there?
It was the cannon and the tack thing you didn't like. Bravo.
Oh, okay, Bob, appreciate that. Okay, I got you down for Bravo there, Don, real fine. Good to hear you this morning. Glad things are going well up there. I hope you're not buried with too much of that white stuff out there in Longmont there, but I know you still have some of it around, I believe. Hopefully winter is going to be leaving us here shortly. Anyway, good to hear you. Let's go ahead and move on. I need to get some of the short timers in here. Let me go ahead and take Justin, KB7LAK next, since he's needing to be in and out this morning. Justin, good morning, sir. You're up. WB5DRI.
Well, good morning, Brian and Annette. This is KB7LAK. Windy day again. The wind has extended its stay. Hopefully it's not hurting too many people out there and making too much yard work. But would like to say thanks for calling the net this morning. You're doing a great job. I hear you get fine. I'll just go track wall scan. I got to be in ELO and do that. So put me down for the track wall scan answer. And probably wrong, but who knows. So anyway, I'll be one and done. I got to go do the canned food drive this morning. We're doing for youth group at church, and all the kids get them out there doing the service. So I'll pass it back to you. KB7LAK, back to net. Thanks for calling that.
There's a check-in.
Okay, real fine. Justin, I got you down for Delta there. Have a great day there. 73 to you, sir. And enjoy what you're involved in there today. And you're almost an F9 with me, Justin. This a nice signal this morning. Break with you. Let me go ahead and stand by for the check-in. Who's the check-in? WB5DRI. Call now.
Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Whiskey Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Whiskey Bravo. And also KG5 PTE. No comments today, just checking in.
Okay, Willie, I got you and James there, KJ5 BWB and KG5 PTE, James. So very good. Got you guys on the list there. Let's go ahead and move on here. Next short timer is Steve down in Florida. KJ4 Foxtrot Papa Alpha. Good morning, Steve. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
anybody hearing Steve? KJ4 FPA, the Kilo Juliet 4, Foxtrot Papa Alpha. Steve, if you're there, you're up for the net. WB5DRI.
KJ4 FPA, you're up for the net. W5OG relay. I heard him before, Brian, but I don't hear him now.
Okay, well, I'm not hearing him now, so we'll go ahead and move on. We'll give Steve a 73. He may have had to leave, do something there, so let's try our next visitor this morning here, KB8OWX, Andrew, in Northeast Ohio. Good morning, Andrew. You're up, sir. WB5GRI.
Yes, WB5GRI, this is KB8OWX. Yep, I am stoked to make this contact. I wasn't sure if you could come back with the specific name of your guys' net on this next go-around. But, yeah, we got a beautiful day here, a little bit chilly way early in the morning, but the sun is out and barely any clouds in the sky. Running just a dipole up at 35 feet here with I rigged the SP840 and just kind of happy about how the sunspots have been affecting everything with the ionosphere, getting that skip going and being able to make some decent contact in the last couple of months, being back at it as far as being active on the radio goes. So anyhow, yep, I'm very interested in fighter aircraft too. So was interested in what you were saying there, the last couple statements you just made about the planes. So needless to say, back to you, WB5GRI, KB8OWX.
Okay, Andrew, KB8OWX. Well, good to have you with us this morning, Andrew, and your G5RV is definitely making the trip there for you with your rig. Sounding good here in San Antonio this morning. And good to have you in there with us. Please come back and join us whenever you can there, Andrew. Break with you. Let me go ahead and move on here and move on to the top of the list. I think we got the visitors here. Let's go with next on the list that I had was, actually the author of our question this morning, N5BE, Lee. Good morning to you, Lee. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI N5BE. Good morning, Brian, and good morning to the net. I just shut the SDR off here. Yeah, and thank you for letting me provide the question. I thought this would be a fun one because the Brits sure know how to come up with some innovative designs, stuff that we never would even think about doing. And this aircraft had a multitude of those design features baked into it, so I thought it'd be fun to do it. I'm holding down the fort here. The battalion S4 officer is at the supply point. We've got some non-attached TDY personnel coming in this weekend, so we're trying to get the rations squared away and see how that goes. So the typical weekend here at the bunker. All right, we'll come back later on and talk a little bit about this airplane. And thank you again, Brian, for letting me provide the question today. WB5DRI N5BE.
Okay, Lee. Well, I appreciate the question. I really am thankful for it because I was scrambling around last night trying to find something, and
started working on a question and it didn't pan out at all. It was a story that I thought was true, and I got to reading through it and found out that it wasn't, so I had to abandon that idea. But anyway, I really appreciate it. Good to hear you this morning, Lee. And let's go ahead and move on here. Break within 5BE. Let's go to our mobile station. I think he's up in Austin there. Good morning, Cliff. W5PIX. You're up for the net, sir. WV5DRI.
W5PIX Mobile, you're up, Clifford. Alrighty, thank you there, John. I'm still, excuse me, I'm listening to Brian on Charlie's, it's quite late there, so anyways, we are south of Austin, Texas, and on the rain, and we're just trying to do our thing to get to the house. We were pretty tired yesterday. We started in San Antonio and ended up in McCoon, Texas, and come back down here and got south of Belton. I couldn't keep my eyes open no more, so that's why we're out here right now. And we're getting rain. And it's kind of expected, but had some pretty good showers. So anyways, I have not a clue on that question there, Brian. I mean, Lee put a good one out there, so I have no idea. I guess Charlie told me. It was Justin there. So anyways, back to you, Bobby. Well, we were southbound I-35 going to the house. It's W5PIX Mobile, back to WB5DRI.
Okay, Cliff, real fine. Well, drive safe there, Cliff. Good to hear you this morning. I did not get your answer there. Which one were you wanting? I think I heard you say Charlie or Delta, but I'm not positive. What was your answer?
I think he said, let me call him. What's your answer, Clifford? Well, he was kind of weak here. I thought he said he would go with what Justin did. I'll go Charlie. Oh, Charlie?
Yeah, I think I heard him say Charlie. Okay, real fine. Cliff, got you down for Charlie there. Very good. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. Break with W5PIX. Let's go to our commander there. K4YDB. Bob, good morning again. Thanks for the help this morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Yeah, no problem. K4YDB. Good morning, Brian, and all the flyers on the net this morning. Nice perfect boost here today. Yeah, I've watched stuff about this. I've read about it, matter of fact. In fact, I might have done a question on it. I don't know, but I remember. Yeah, you're dead on. The bricks think out of the box on these things. I remember it as a stacked engine jet, and it was very, very fast. So I think Mach 2, yeah, it was capable of Mach 2. It even got up to the point where it was having heating issues on its nose cone there. It didn't have a cannon at first, but I'm pretty sure it was added. I'm not sure it was in a fuel tank. I think they might have moved around fuel tanks to take some out, because all that airplane was just full of fuel wherever they could get it in. And I think on top of the wing, yeah, I agree with that. I don't know about rocket pods. I've never heard of that. But they had fuel in some weird places. The track well scan, it was that kind of came out, I think, after that jet. And like I done at first, it only had a very archaic radar in it. I don't think they ever upgraded it. So it didn't have the track well scan that the Soviets had started to come out with, and eventually look down, shoot down that we were horrified of. Well, not horrified, but they could look down and see it with a Doppler radar. I'm gonna go, I don't know. I know a couple which it's not.
I'm going to go with the radar Delta. I'm going to go with Delta today. And it could be a couple of these, so I'll just, I guess it's a single answer. I'll go with Delta.
K4YDB, back to you, Brian. Thanks for running the net. Okay, Bob, K4YDB, WB5DRI. Well, real fine. Got your answer there is Delta. The first track while scan radar, and a British produced fighter. So very good. Let's go ahead and move on there. Let's go out to Georgia, one of our Georgia stations this morning. To Jack, KM4CAX. What's happening out in Soperton this morning, Jack? WB5DRI. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian. KM4CAX, Jack, Georgia. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. Sun is shining. Looking out my window, and it's beautiful. It's area for it. Again, it's 12 years old. And this is beautiful. We're going to go to our sunny lodge this evening for a fish fry. They caught a lot of fish down in kind of south Georgia, or south Florida, where there's so me and my daughter having a fish fry tonight. I don't know how many people will be there, but it'll be a good gathering. As to the question, I'm going to guess Delta. With absolutely no confidence. I'll follow my fighter pilot escort in Boise. Anyhow, transfer some land to my son-in-law and daughter. Straighten out a quick train to eat, have to take that to the court, get it notarized and filed, and see how that works out. They're trying to consolidate properties, time in their life, and you have to do it. Not much else from here. I'll turn it back to you, Brian. Got a good signal. I think I'll be awarded doing doing some paperwork, but I'll listen in and see about the answers to questions. So, I'll give my 73s, and you have a great day. So, hope to see some of you tomorrow on the Magnificent Day net live at the control. So, turn it back to you, Brian. WB5DRI, KM4CAX.
Okay, Jack, KM4CAX. Catch them too, but I don't get a chance to do that too often, but every once in a while. I really enjoyed that down on bay fishing down on in Port Aransas in the past, but haven't done that in a while. Hope to get back to that one of these days. Anyway, 73s to you, Jack. Have a great day, and thanks for checking in with us there. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go back out to Hamul. And good morning again to you, John, and thanks for the help this morning. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. You're up, John.
Okay, good morning, Brian and the net. This is WA6LJS. Yeah, good conditions. I don't have any interference either side of us out here.
and quiet band for a contesting day for sure. And you're coming in 15 over as usual, and everybody except one of the visitors, I had to use the SDR, but everybody else I'm hearing locally so far. I see it's 85 degrees. Sky though, and plenty of sun, so I think it's going to warm up. It's supposed to get up to about 66 degrees today, so hopefully if we get a few days of that, my weeds will dry out enough where I can take the weed whackers and start clearing some of this land. With all that rain, we just got overgrown out there. Anyway, let's see. Answer to the question. I think there's a lemming line started, G Delta. So put me down for G, the first track stand radar. I think that may be the answer there. So I'll go with G Delta. Anyway, as far as 73 round, I might not be here. I've got some things coming up here, but you can try calling, but I might not answer for the 73. I'll try, but we'll see how it goes. Back to you, Brian. WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, very good there. WA6LJS, WB5DRI. Well, I got your answer there, John, is Delta. And we'll give you a call on the 73 round in case you're still in there with us. But thanks for all your help again this morning. Break with you. Let's go to our alternate net control and live stream guy in Georgia there in Cartersville, K4YDB. Good morning, Charlie, and thanks for what you do there. WB5DRI, you're up, sir.
There we go. But I hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now, it's about 61 degrees here. Supposed to get up into the low 70s today, and hopefully the sun's going to peek out a little bit. It's very cloudy outside, but makes it kind of uncomfortable for me. I'd rather have the sunshine, but yesterday thunderstorms rolled through here. They always come in at the right time, and then I lose power, always right on schedule. I mean, everything just went the way it's supposed to go, I guess. I don't know. But everything's up and running today. I did make a mistake here. Like I said, I did inadvertently turn the radio off on the computer, but what can you say? But anyway, as far as conditions, so far conditions have been pretty good. I had a little trouble with Jack and Cliff. Actually, Cliff was not as strong as he normally is. I had trouble with Jack. Bob came in pretty good. But anyway, as far as the question goes, just put me down. I'm just going to go ahead and get in the lemming line there. I'll go with the Delta. WB5DRI, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, real fine. Well, I got you down for Delta. And again, thanks for what you do there. And I hope you're having a good day there. It sounds like everything is okay. So, very good. Let's move on. Break with K4YDB. Let's go to Ray out in New Jersey. Whiskey Bravo 2, Juliet Oscar. Good morning, Ray. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI from WB2JKL. Well, good morning to you, Brian, and all the flyers on the net. We have a very beautiful day here in South Jersey, a little town called Petersburg. That's where I'm at. And we have partly cloudy skies. It's 58 degrees, so it should be a beautiful day here. As far as your question goes, Brian, boy, I tell you what, this is a tough one for me. Everybody's going with Steve, but I'm going to change things around. I don't know if you could, what you call 30mm cannon with fuel tank. So I'm going to say that's the fourth one. I'm going to go with Bravo. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to go with Bravo and see where that takes me. But other than that, thank you for doing that. Hey, you got a real good signal here locally. As a matter of fact, you're about a good S7. I almost don't need the SDR. So with that there, Brian, you're doing good, and we'll talk it back over to you, sir. WB5DRI from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, very fine. Well, I'm glad I'm making the trip out there okay. And good to hear you this morning. And glad you guys are having sounds like you're really having some nice weather out there in New Jersey. So very good. And I got you down for Bravo there. I'm going to break away from the group there. I like that. And let's go ahead and move on there. Break with WB2JJO. Let's go to a little closer to me, just to my east here, to Belton, Texas, or Belleville, Texas, rather. W4PUO, Lee. Good morning, Lee. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W4PUO. Thanks again, Brian. And good net this morning. I think that's really a kind of a challenging question. You know, Alpha, I don't know if it was the first Mach 2 airplane, but I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of it. And that nose cone looks like it's got to be a Mach 2 configuration. The B 30mm cannon in the fuel tank, that's kind of unreasonable. And I think track while scan radar was probably pretty advanced at that time, so I could rationalize that. I've seen the vertical stack engines look good, like on the picture. You know, Charlie is a little puzzling to me too. If it's a Mach 2 airplane, they certainly wouldn't want to put a bunch of drag stuff on top of the wing and hurt the performance that way. So, well, there's several really reasonable guesses there. I'm going to guess Charlie because I just can't picture it putting fuel tanks on top of the wing. But I guess you can put fuel anywhere if you really need the fuel. So put me down for Charlie. We had a hailstorm here yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. Baseball size, or at least big golf balls, and dented up a bunch of vehicles around and maybe did some damage to my roof. I don't know. But it was quite a severe storm in the area, not on our turf, but there was a tornado reported and some damage in the Austin County area. Anyhow, we're expecting more thunderstorms later on today, and we'll get through it. I think there's some people up in northeast of us that are having a much worse forecast. So I wish everybody well, and I hope there's no casualties from the storms. Thank you, Brian. We'll stick around till the end. W4PUO, back to net.
Okay, Lee, real fine. W4PUO, WB5DRI. Well, we got your answer there. It's Charlie. And, yeah, this aircraft did have some unusual features. It was very innovative, I think, in some of its approaches to things. So, interesting airplane. And sorry to hear about your golf ball size hail there, Lee. Fortunately, we dodged a bullet over here. We didn't have any of that really bad stuff here. But I sure hope it didn't do any damage to your roof there. But let's go ahead and move on, Lee. Break with you. Let's go out to Las Cruces, New Mexico, to Joe. W5ABI. What's the weather like in Las Cruces there, Joe? WB5DRI. Good morning.
Yeah, WB5DRI. W5ABI. Now, the weather's pretty nice here. It's a little overcast, but no rain, no wind. We'll take it first go up to 70 today. So it's just a rolling on. Should be a fine day. We had a lot of wind yesterday. An update on the hexagon to the point now. I think we're going to get it up in the air sometime next week. So we're looking forward to that. It's only going to be about 20 feet, but I think it's enough to do the trick because we're doing pretty good on the ground. Anyhow, I'm going to be different on this question. I'm going to go with Bravo. I don't know. I'm not in the lemon line, so we'll go with Bravo. We'll be here at the bottom. Thanks for running the net. WB5DRI, WB5DBI.
Okay, Joe, well, you're sounding good here this morning. You're almost at the S9 mark, so yeah, that hex beam is doing a great job, even though it's not up as high as you're going to have it next week here. So you'll really be able to get out well once you get it up the way you want it there. So good to hear you this morning, Joe. And got your answer there as Bravo. So let's go ahead and move on. Break with W5ABI. Let's go to KF7GJO. Carl out in Sparks, Nevada. Sparky, you're up, sir. Good morning. WB5DRI.
W5DRI is the answer to GJO. Good morning, group. Yes, sir. It's starting to warm up a little bit out here. I don't know if this is a precursor for spring or winter is flipping a little bit. But hey, anytime I don't have to fire up the propane heater out here in the shop when I come out, you know it's going to be better than a normal day. So, it'll just last for about another 7 or 8 months. Yeah, it would be nice if it got down to 50 at night and 70 during the daytime, and the wind was coming out of the north of 40 knots. But then if we had that kind of weather, we would have 3 million and 300,000 people living in Washington Valley, or Washington County. Interesting question. I like the ones that I don't have a clue what the answer might be, so then I can fantasize and try to be something that nobody else would think about it, and then find out at the end that you're right, everybody goes, why didn't I think of that? Okay, my answer is going to be Charlie with the auxiliary fuel tanks on top of the wing. And I'm thinking about that from the aspect of when they drop those things, they got to go somewhere. And I'm not familiar with this airplane, so I don't know the layout of it. But in my mind, I picture the tank rolling across the top of the wing, doing damage to it, and then maybe taking out the elevator as the airplane goes by. That would kind of tend to ruin your whole day, I think. So, interesting question. I'll be interested to hear what the answer is, but I'm going to go with C. Charles, and I'll be standing by for the second round. So, back to you there. KF7GJO. Okay, Carl, KF7GJO, WB5DRI. Real fine, Carl. I got your answer there as Charlie. We got a Charlie out this morning, and very good to hear you. You're coming in nicely on my electric radio this morning here, Carl. So, thanks for joining us as always there. Break with you. Let's go. We're down to my older brother there, Dale, up in Mineola, Texas. Good morning to you, Dale, and good morning and love to Carolyn there. You're up, sir. W5OG, WB5DRI.
Okay, mighty fine, Brian. Well, good morning again to you. I've been moving the antenna all around, trying to talk to some of the folks out there on the East Coast for that Virginia Cusco party. And anyway, but you have a good signal into the SDR there, and I can hear you fine, and a little bit locally with some backscatter. Interesting question. I don't have any idea. I didn't even, actually, I got, there was some other stuff going on, and I missed the answer Bravo, but I don't think that was correct anyway. Well, I think I'm going to follow along. That seemed like good reasoning that Carl said there. And I think Lee also picked Charlie, so that's probably a good indication that might be the answer, the one that's not correct. I've never heard of putting Well, anyway, rocket pods on top of the wings, and how would you get rid of the things, or how would you get rid of the fuel? Anyway, put me down for Charlie, and I'll be here at the bottom this morning, Brian. WB5DRI, back to that, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, real fine. Well, thanks for the help this morning with the stations here and the QSO party there, and I guess your answer there is Charlie, so very good. Let's go ahead and move on. Break with you with W5OG. Let's go out to Arizona, to a couple of our Arizona stations out there. First one is Mike and Anthem, King Queen 6 Echo. Mike, good morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. King Queen 6 Echo, WB5DRI. Well, very good. I got your answer there is Delta, and that's pretty neat on seeing one of those down at the Pima Air Museum there. I never heard of it described as a pregnant MiG, but I guess that's as good a description as any. It's a neat airplane. And sorry to hear about your water heater there. That I know that can be a very expensive proposition for sure. So anyway, good to hear you this morning, Mike. Let's go ahead and move on. Break with you. Let's go to John also out in Arizona. I think in Peoria, Arizona. W7AJN. Good morning, John, and I hope you and your family and Michaela and all are doing well there. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W7AJN. Good morning, Brian, and good morning to all the flyers out there on the net. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Peoria, Arizona. A little cool on the temperatures. We have 48 right now, and going up to 67 today. But look forward to the rest of the week getting a little warmer. We were over at Michaela's house, where Michaela was staying with her mother, and Michaela made dinner last night. Invited us over for dinner. She had made French onion soup, and then that was first course, and then she had a pot roast, which she did all by herself, and she did a great job. It was very tasty. And then we had some special ice cream with a topping that she had made for dessert, and it was very nice. And she had a great time entertaining us. So Michaela's doing real well right now. Thanks for all your prayers, everybody out there on the net. Hard work. So anyway, on the question, I'm going to have to go with D Delta. I think the Brits are crazy enough to do all the others. So I'm going to do D Delta for my answer. And I'm going to be here to the bottom, or at least I'm going to listen to the bottom, but I'll give my 7 grades right now, Brian. And hope that everybody makes it a wonderful Saturday in preparation for St. Patrick's Day. Don't celebrate that, but I might have a dream there. Who knows? Anyway, 7-3 for all you flyers out there.
Okay, John, real fine. Well, good to hear you this morning, and sure happy to hear that Michaela is doing so well. Sounds like she's turning into a great cook there. So very good, and always good to hear that everything is going well for you out there in Peoria there, John. So have a great day, and got you down for Delta there for the answer there. So very good. Break with W7AJM. I want to recognize KS5KY Chris up in Bowling Green, who's received only this morning. Good to have you riding along with us this morning there, Chris. Let's go ahead and move on here. Next up on my list here, I believe, is King Queen 4, Kilo Juliet Victor. That would be Jim out in Winter Haven, the King James version. KQ4, KJV. Jim, you're up, sir. Good morning. WV5DI.
Good morning, K4YDB. We're back with you. Had a nice sunny day, almost sunny day down here in Florida. Broken clouds, temperature 75, hitting 86. And it'll be another great day in Florida, Roger.
Roger. You're sounding good there, Jim. You're about an S7, S8 with me. Go ahead.
Roger. Well, I got an answer, and I think it's D, and I'll just make it simple with no explanation. I'm just going to go along with being the answer there, Roger.
What was your answer there?
D as in Delta.
Delta. Got it. Okay, you're going to get in the lemming line. That's perfectly all right there, Jim. Very good. You're sure sounding good there this morning from Winter Haven. Anything else for us this morning?
Nothing else. It just surprises me every time I crank this thing up how well that ham-stick baffle does out there in my backyard. But, yep, we're getting along fine, and wish the best to everybody. 73. This is KQ4KJV, Big Clear, standing by.
Okay, real fine, Jim. Good to hear you this morning. Got your answer as Delta there, and 73 is to you, sir. Break with King Queen 4, King James version. Let's go to Mike KF0OPE up in Nebraska. Good morning to you, Mike. You're up, sir. WV5DRI.
Good morning, Brian, and all the flyers. Well, the question of the day really brought back some good, fun memories for me. of a trip to RAF Coltrashaw to recover an A-10 that had some engine issues and went in there single-handed. And one of the things that I remember not so fondly about that trip was driving a full-size American 6-ton pickup with a toolbox in the back on those narrow British roads. That wasn't a lot of fun. The other really fun part that I remember about that trip is I have fond memories of the NCO mess. They really treated us right, and we had a great time there every night. I remember giving them a practice round out of the airplane, and the next night we came back and it was gone, and the bomb squad had seen it, and somehow during the day was taking it to take the primer out of it. But anyway, I'm going to go with answer B. I think that's a later thing, track ball scan. All the other things I believe the English electric light had. It was a very impressive airplane, very loud, amazing climb rate. We got to watch quite a bit while working on our airplane. So I'm going to be one and done, 7-3s. Everybody have a great day. Good nap day, Brian. Thanks to W5DRI and the
Okay, Mike, KF0, OPE, WB5DRI. Well, you're sounding good down here in San Antonio this morning, Mike, and have a great day there, and very interesting stuff, having seen that airplane, and that was an very interesting aircraft. Definitely, the British kind of broke the mold when they made it, I think. But anyway, good to have you with us this morning, Mike. 73 is to you, and I got your answer there as Delta, the first track while scan radar there. And it's a full statement. So very good. Break with you. Let's go to our Texas stations up in Belton, Texas. KJ5BWB, Willie, you're up, sir. Our new extra. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Is anybody copying Willie? Is he talking?
Brian, I thought they just checked in and out.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, if they checked in and out, I can just give them the 73s. That's KJ5BWB and KG5PTE. They must be involved in some kind of ham radio activity or something this morning, so I'll give them a 73s, and we'll move on here. Let's go to next on my list is I think it's KI4 Foxtrot Sierra Zulu, Jeff in Florida. I think this may be, I think he's been on our net before. If you're still with us there, Jeff, KI4FSZ. This is WB5DRI. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Did he turn it, or is he talking?
I'm not sure if he's still in there or not. Jeff, if you're talking, I'm not copying you very well this morning right now. But thanks for joining us, and come back and join us whenever you can. Break with K4YDB. Let me go to one of our members out in Pennsylvania there. Kilo Bravo 3, Charlie, Juliet, Victor. Matt, you're up for the net this morning. Good morning, WB5DRI.
Nothing heard, Brian.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm not hearing him either. I guess maybe he couldn't stick around. We'll give him a 73 to go ahead and move on. Let me try another station here. Florida station, Jerry. Kilo Juliet 4, Romeo Victor Alpha. Down in Palm Bay. You're up, sir. Good morning, WB5DRI.
Good morning, sir. I just have one question. What was the question that we were supposed to answer?
Well, it had to do with the English Electric Lightning aircraft there, Jerry. The question was to pick out the full statement about that aircraft. And the statements were, it was the RAF's first British-produced Mach 2 fighter. That was Alpha. Bravo was its 30mm cannons were mounted inside the fuselage fuel tanks. Charlie was it could mount rocket pods and external fuel tanks on top of the wings. Delta was it had the first track while scan radar in a British-produced fighter. And Echo was it had vertically stacked engines to reduce fuselage diameter and asymmetrical thrust yaw. So one of those is false. Jerry, which one do you want there for an answer? WB5DRI.
Number D, Delta.
Okay, I got you down for Delta, and you certainly have a nice signal with me here this morning. You're a solid S9 with me here. Go ahead, Jerry.
Roger, I also have you S9 and a lot of other ones. I'm sitting in a hot spot here. Excuse me, supposed to go up to mid-80s here today. No rain forecast, but they do have forecast a cold front coming in tomorrow or Monday, so it's only going to be going up into the 60s, which really isn't too bad. But I enjoy being with the net, and I'll stay around for the duration. KJ4RBA 73, see ya.
Okay, Jerry, KJ4RBA, WB5DRI. Well, good to have you with us this morning, Jerry. And got your answer there as Delta. And let's go ahead and move on here. Let's go to Tom up in Indiana. I think he may be a visitor this morning. KD9 UMI, Kilo Delta 9, Uniform Mike India. Tom, you're up for the net there. Good morning, WB5DRI.
Looks like he shows offline on the aim window, Brian.
Okay, he checked out. Very good. We'll give him a 73 then. Sorry you couldn't stick around. And let's, that is the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations on the list this morning, or do we have any additional check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net? This is WB5DRI. Please call now.
WB5DRI. This is K2SJP.
Lakeburg. Good morning to you, Brian.
Okay, Bob, real fine. Well, better late than never. But good to hear you this morning, Bob. Did you hear the question there? K2SJP, WB5DRI.
Negative. We just got over here. Never heard the question, Brian.
Okay, Bob, real fine. Well, let me, do you want me to repeat it or not?
Well, if it's not too long of a one, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay, well, it was about the British electric lightning aircraft, and it was to pick out the false statement. And the first statement was it was the RAF's first British-produced Mach 2 fighter, and that was Alpha. Bravo was it mounted 30-millimeter cannons inside the fuselage fuel tanks. Charlie was it could mount rocket pods and external fuel tanks on top of the wings. Delta was it had the first track while scan radar in a British-produced fighter. And Echo was it had vertically stacked engines to reduce fuselage diameter and asymmetrical thrust yaw. So what do you want for an answer there, Bob?
I'll go with Delta, the radar.
Okay, real fine, Bob. Got you down for Delta, and you're sounding good there this morning. Your usual S9 plus signal here in San Antonio, so very good, Bob. That is the bottom of the list as I have it this morning. Do we have any other check-ins? Last check-ins before we go to Leon, or to Lee for the answer there. This is WB5DRI. Members or guests, please call now. Well, hearing none, let's go ahead and go to Lee there. Let him give the answer, and then we'll start down for a quick 73 round after that. Let's go to Lee, N5BE, for the answer there. Thanks again for the question there, Lee. Great question. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI, N5BE. Well, I learned a hard lesson again today on this net. I always learn something. Never put a bogus radar answer out there in front of fighter pilots or WISOs. That was too much of a softball, I think. So, answer A. First, the RAF first British-produced Mark II fighter. Yes, I think they had some. The British had some test aircraft, but this is the Royal Air Force's first Mach 2 fighter that was locally produced. 30 Mikes in the fuselage fuel tanks? Yep. Only the Brits could come up with that kind of solution. As Bob said, they had to find every place imaginable to put fuel in this airplane. It was a true interceptor because it couldn't go anywhere without adding more and more fuel. And that gets us to answer C. Yeah, there's plenty of pictures of the fuel tanks, and I even found some of rocket pods mounted on those hard points to give it some air-to-ground capability. I don't know, and I should have researched this a little more per some of your comments. I don't know that when the fuel tanks were mounted on the wings that they were able to be jettisoned. I think they were on there. They were probably mission critical, mission specific tanks, and I agree with some of the comments about you couldn't fly this thing Mach 2, but maybe these things were on there for ferry purposes or a mission that needed long range and not necessarily the speed. Vertically mounted engines, yeah, they did that. They're trying to get the diameter of the fuselage down. As someone said, it looks like a pregnant MiG. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Looks like a pregnant Su-22 or a MiG-21. So, yeah.
good observation. So the correct answer was its shortcoming was its radar, as Bob pointed out. And the technology just passed it by so quick, and it could not track while scanned. And other aircraft were coming on board, especially in the with the Brits when they got the F4, had a much more capable, much more powerful radar in it. So so that was the answer, and that was why the airplane came out of service, because the technology just moved so quickly that it overcame this aircraft's ability to be transformed and continued to be modded. So that was the answer. A lot of you sniffed it out. The answer was Delta. It did not have a track while scan radar. Well, thank you for letting me do it. I enjoyed it, and a little bit nerdy, but then again, I think we had fun with it. W5DRI and WB5DRI N5BE.
Okay, Lee, very good. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, we really appreciate the question this morning. I think it was a great question, and it was an unusual aircraft. I looked at some pictures after you gave me the question of the aircraft, and I saw the fuel tanks on top of the wings, and that is a very unusual feature, I have to admit. That's probably one of the only aircraft out there with that kind of a feature, I think, possibly. Anyway, interesting stuff, and thanks again, Lee. Rick, with you, let's go ahead and move on here, and we can go through a quick 73. I think Don is checked out, so we'll give him a 73 and move on here. Let's go to our current truck driver, see if he's still in there with us. W5PIX, Cliff, you're up 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Cliff, we'll drive safe there, and good to hear you this morning. 73 to you, sir. Break with 75PIX. Let's go to our commander, and he's actually the first one to get the question. Well, maybe not the first one, but he definitely got the question correct here. I think 87 LAK, I think, got it correct as well, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to think who it was. I've got it on my list here. Yeah, Justin got it correct, and he was a short timer, but he got it correct, and so was the commander there, and quite a few other folks as well. Bob, you're up, sir. K4YDB, WB5DRI.
Well, very good, Brian. K4YDB here. I certainly enjoyed that question. Well, I used to do a lot of radar, that's for sure. That was my job, amongst other things, all the other duties. Both seats shared in the F-111, so that is one quirky airplane. I have read about it. I think that might also, well, I wanted to tell, I don't know if Lee, he was still there, Lee. But it was faster than 104, I think, but really ugly. It lost a lot of points, so the F-104 won. Anyway, well, it's got me intrigued, and I'm going to pull out a file compiled by Evan. F-111, the other 111 that they couldn't shoot. Anyway, this is K4YDB. Thank you very much, Brian. I'll get on Echo here for a little bit before I go off and do my duty. K4YDB. Back to you, Brian. Thanks for doing the next.
Okay, Bob, you're welcome. And we'll talk to you some more on the Echo Link here. Break with you with K4YDB. Let's go to Jack and see if he's still in there. KM4CAX. Are you still with us, Jack? You're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Well, I'm not hearing him. I think he gave his 73s earlier. He also got the questions correct there. Let's go to John. John, you're up for the 73 round, also with a correct answer there. WA6LJS, WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian, thank you much. WB5DRI, this is WA6LJS. Excellent net this morning, and no QRM or anything. I thought we'd have a lot of competition from the contesters, but today was very nice. And you're 20 over just about the whole time, Brian. Really good. And I'd like to welcome Jerry, KJ4RVA. While the net was running here, his application came in. And I had enough time to finish our vetting process, and he is totally accepted. And I sent him an email, Jerry, if you're copying, if you're copying me, you should receive an email with the next step to join the Flyers. Jerry was a Navy F4 Phantom guy, and we're very glad to have him join the group here. So other than that, I'll say 7 threes, and I didn't know for sure if I'd be here, but I am. I didn't get the call that I'm expecting yet, so I might not be on the Echo link, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks again for running it. Thanks for an excellent question, Leon. KJ4RV, WB5DRI, WA6LJS, back to net.
Okay, John, real fine. W6LJS, WB5DRI. We'll talk to you some more on Echo Link here, John. Good to have you this morning, and thanks for all your help again there. And very good on Jerry being a new member there, KJ4RVA. Welcome to the group there, Jerry. Let's go ahead and move on. Break with you. Let's go back to Georgia, to our live stream guy, K4YDB. Also got the question correct. Charlie, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, Brian, good net as usual. Your conditions have held up quite nicely. You've been good and solid in here for the entire net. Just want to remind everybody that I won't be here tomorrow. I am going to be going to my daughter's house and spending the day with them. We're going to cook out some hamburgers, I think. But I just need to get away from here. I've been cooped up in this house long enough. I need to get out. And Chris should be able to transmit tomorrow. I think he's at home today. He had to do some shopping this morning, but he's going to try and transmit tomorrow. And Steve just showed up, so say good morning to K6PX, Steve. But anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a great day, and we will try this again tomorrow. I got to go up to the drugstore.
Okay, Charlie. Well, 73 to you. Have a great day there, and enjoy your time with family there tomorrow with your daughter, and have a great day there today as well. 73 to you, sir. Thanks for all you do there. Break with you. Let's go to WB2JJO. Ray, you're up for the 73 round, Ray. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI from WB2JJO. Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, I've got to say one thing about this net. It's definitely educational, and it's very entertaining. I got a big mistake here on the answer, but it was just a guess on my part. I guess I so me being a Navy guy, I guess I wouldn't know that answer. But anyway, hey, it's a fun net. I love it. I really love this net. You guys do a really good job. All the net controllers really put their hearts into it. I definitely do appreciate that. That's why I'm here. So with that there, Brian, have yourself a good afternoon. A good weekend. It's good St. Patrick's Day, and we'll get you further on down the log, as they say. WB5DRI from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray. Well, good to have you with us this morning. 73 to you, and I learned a lot with every single question almost on this net, so I know where you're coming from there, Ray. So 73 to you. Break with WB2JJO. Let's go to W4PO over in Belleville. Lee, you're up for the 72 round, WB5DRI.
W4PUO, WB5DRI. Okay, well, I'm not hearing Lee, so we'll give Lee a 73, but I do hear Sonny there. King Henry 6, Charlie Bravo, and Oahu, aloha. Sonny, go ahead and take your turn there. WB5DRI. Roger. I'm sure you will there, Sonny. You're in paradise. You guys get some great weather there. And that Coda coffee sounds good there. Have a cup on me there, Sonny. Aloha, 73 to you, Sonny. Have a great day there in paradise. Always good to hear you out there. The break with King Henry 6, Charlie Bravo. Let's go back to the list here and see who's next. I think it's Joe in Las Cruces. Joe, you're up for the 73 round. W5ABI, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W5ABI. Good that, Brian. I didn't get it right, but you can't win them all. Anyhow, thanks for running the net. 73's all the flyers. WB, and you're 20 over here. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Well, thanks for the flowers there. It's nice to hear that C5RV works pretty well. I'm getting out there. So good to hear you this morning, Joe. Have a great day there in Las Cruces. 73 to you, sir. Break with W5ABI. Let's go back to Nevada. KF7 GJO. Carlo, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
Roger that, sir. We're getting 120 going. Can't complain even if I use just the extra rate. Hope you things, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and we'll try this again tomorrow. WB5DRI, this is KF7.
Okay, Carl. Well, good to hear you this morning, and have a great day out there in Sparks, Nevada there. Break with KF7 GJO. Let's go back to my older brother there up in East Texas. W5OG, Dale. You're up for the 73 round, Dale. Thanks for all your help this morning. We couldn't have done that without you this morning, helping us keep the frequency clear here. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, good net. Interesting aircraft here. I was not familiar with it. Flipped the coin and got the wrong answer. 7-3, everybody. Have a great day. W5OG, back to net. See you on Echo Link.
Okay, Dale, real fine. We'll talk to you some more on Echo Link. Break with W5OG. Let's go back to our Arizona stations who did get the questions correct here. King Queen 6 Echo, Mike, congratulations. You're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI. Okay, 73's Mike. Thanks for joining us. Break with King Queen 6 Echo. Let's try W7AJN. See if he might still be in there. If you are there, John, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
I don't hear John now, so he did give us 73s earlier, I believe. So I want to say good morning again to Chris there, KS5KY. And nice to have you riding along with us there, Chris. Break with you. 73 to you, sir. Let's see who's next on the list here. Let's try let's try Winter Haven Station. Jim, K4 TJV, King James Version. You're up for the 73 round if you're still with us, Jim. WB5DI. Okay, I think he checked out as well. Let me try, and I think Mike, KF0OPE, checked out as well. He gave us 73s earlier, so we'll give him a 73s. And move on here. Let's try our Belton station and see if they might be able to get back in there. KJ5BWB. Willie, if you're still with us, you're up. WB5DI. Well, I don't hear those stations. Let's go to back out to our station in Pennsylvania, KB3 Charlie Julius Victor, Matt in Pennsylvania. Matt, if you're still with us, you're up. I know you're going to be in there. Congratulations on getting the question correct. You're up for the 73 round, WB5DI.
KJ4RBA. That was a very good net.
Thanks for running the net,
I took a shot at the end.
I'm sorry I get in so late today. We were been running around. I knew it was going to be late, but not that late.
I have seen the aircraft.
See you in a while.
I want to say good net, very good net. The band has gone to pot on me. I could barely hear you when you called me. I just want to tell everybody to make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. 73, and see you tomorrow. KJ4RBA, 73, I'm clear.
Good to have you out there with us this morning listening.